This episode of WISBusiness.com, the show, is brought to you by BMO Harris, White Hirschbeck Dudek, Madison Gas and Electric, and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WISBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Tom Still digs into some of the recent job growth figures in Wisconsin. And Kelly Lietz, Vice President for Marketing at the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, talks about the In Wisconsin branding campaign. And now, here's the WISBusiness.com stock report for mid-March. Rising mining. The legislature completed its work on a controversial mining bill with a party line vote in the Assembly, clearing the way for Governor Scott Walker to sign it into law. However, it may be years before hundreds of predicted jobs in northern Wisconsin materialize. Still ahead are possible lawsuits, federal review, and opposition by Native American tribes. And falling, power plant wages. When the Kewaunee Power Station closes this spring, it will cost workers in 3 Wisconsin counties, Brown, Kewaunee, and Manitowoc, about $86 million in annual income. The nuclear plant is being closed this spring. One reason is that electricity being produced by natural gas-fired plants is cheaper. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
With job creation picking up nationally, a natural question is, how is Wisconsin doing? You might not like the answer, or at least not all of it. While final numbers from 2012 are yet to be tabulated, it appears Wisconsin will rank relatively low among the 50 states when it comes to job creation, probably about 40th overall. Within that ranking, there will be some bright spots. The state may rank about 15th in new information technology jobs, in part because Epic Systems in Verona continues to soar, but also because smaller tech startups are growing. It will rank about 20th in new manufacturing jobs, but likely behind some Midwest competitors in that category. Wisconsin will likely rank near the bottom in service sector and financial sector job growth. Here's one surprise. Preliminary figures from the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics show Wisconsin 21st in the growth of government jobs overall and 8th in state government job growth. So much for Governor Scott Walker being the scourge of public employees, it would appear. The message to state lawmakers is simple. To capture its fair share of the coming surge in national job growth, Wisconsin needs to track the trends. If the state is already among the leaders in creating new tech jobs, perhaps it should invest in strategies to help create and retain more of those jobs. The early state's capital bill under consideration in the Capitol is one such example. If Wisconsin is falling off the cliff in service and financial sector jobs, perhaps it's time to examine what may be discouraging growth in those sectors, both of which are historic Wisconsin leaders and somewhat starved for attention. A single-minded approach to job creation in Wisconsin won't work. What's needed is a strategy that builds young companies at home, attracts capital and talent from outside our borders, and makes existing Wisconsin companies more competitive. Wisconsin can do better than 40th in job creation. All it takes is a balanced approach versus single-minded devotion to any single business sector or solution.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be right back with Kelly Lietz, Vice President for Marketing at the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
White Hirschbeck Dudek represents companies at all stages of development and in a wide range of industries to navigate the legal challenges of regional, national, and global growth. At WHD, every stage takes center stage.
I'm back with Kelly Lietz, Vice President for Marketing at the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. Thanks for joining us, Kelly.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
The In Wisconsin marketing campaign was launched last fall by WEDC. How is it going at the 6-month mark?
One of the many new functions of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is to actively market the state's business climate. This was a deficiency that was identified in our economic development capabilities in the 2010 Be Bold study. After about 6 months of input, we introduced the In Wisconsin brand in September of 2012. And we're using the brand to tell positive Wisconsin business stories across a wide variety of channels. We're also sharing our brand assets with our economic development partners throughout the state. The goal is to create a marketing chorus around this very powerful brand. We've made great progress in the past 6 months, but we have more work to do to achieve the level of awareness that we're aiming for.
Invention, innovation, investment, those are all part of the In Wisconsin brand. How does the brand work across business sectors?
That's the beauty of the In Wisconsin brand. It's highly adaptable. It's a simple idea with a great deal of potential. We've created a mark for the brand that allows us to adapt the logo to highlight different economic development strengths that the state possesses. For example, in our launch, we included 5 world-class companies operating in the state, and we modified the logo to highlight key economic strengths that they bring to the market. For example, with Organic Valley, we modified the mark to read "Produced in Wisconsin," and that's meant to highlight the state's strong agricultural and food production and processing strengths. With Rockwell Automation, for example, we modified the mark with the word "engineered" to highlight our manufacturing strengths. With Virent, a relatively new company, we modified the logo with the word "discovered" to underscore the fact that there is innovation happening in this state. Those are 3 examples that demonstrate the breadth of the campaign and the strong assets that we're able to play up with a single unifying idea.
And moving ahead, what is the budget for In Wisconsin and how will it be spent?
Governor Walker has included $10.9 million in his next biennial budget for marketing the state's business climate. Those funds will ramp up from $3.75 million in fiscal 2014 to just over $7 million in fiscal 2015. With that increased budget, assuming it's passed, we'll be able to broaden the reach of our campaign to include vertical industries both nationally and globally where Wisconsin holds a distinct competitive advantage. We'll also be able to increase awareness throughout the state among entrepreneurs and businesses operating here about the business development opportunities that Wisconsin possesses. And we'll be able to create more tools for our economic development partners to share and promote business opportunities in the state.
Thanks, Kelly, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, The Show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by BMO Harris, White Hirschbeck Dudek, MG&E, and UW-Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent But Executive Search. See you next time.